What's up, guys? We are back again with another video. So today we are going to replace these suspension rods for these Samsung top load washers. I do not like these whatsoever, not one single bit. But anyways, I'm here to help you guys out, so trust me, in my suffering I will try to help you guys. So first off, you will see two little plastics on the front of the washer. Once you lift the lid, you remove those and take the Phillips screws off. Once you do that, you go back to the washer and start doing everything that I'm doing right now. You will take that control panel off, set it to the side, and then start working from there. Now, the reason why I hate these, or I'm not gonna say hate is a very strong word. The reason why I don't like doing these is because sometimes they are just a little bit too complicated to disassemble. Obviously, I am able to do it and capable, but it's just a real pain. Whoever designed these and built these together did not think about the technicians that were trying to fix them and take them apart. And right there, you see me playing with that drain hose because I need to remove it because I need more space. Because I am not that once thin man that I once was. But anyways, now that we make our way back to the washer, we are going to remove this back panel and then we are going to go to work. So first, what you want to do is just remove that back panel, that little metal plate as well. These are all Phillips screws for the most part and nothing else. What you will want to do is just disconnect these, that wire harness a little bit where it has more area to be pulled on. So you'll see that the pressure hose, it has some grounding cables. Just disconnect all of that where it has more room to pull on, because trust me, you will need a lot of room. So after that, go to that top panel, remove those Phillips screws from the left and the right, and those two ground cables that you see right there, remove those as well. Like I said, guys, what is gonna help you doing these sort of jobs is that if you take your time, take pictures, and go slow. I know these videos are kind of short, but if you have not noticed, they are sped up a lot. So after that, you want to kind of remove that control board where it gives you more pulling space, more tugging room. Because trust me, you'll see how I start moving that top panel, all of it completely together, and you'll see the amount of space that I need in order to work with. So after you do that, oh, and just like I was saying, these videos are really sped up, so I'm not working at this pace. I'm not moving this fast. Realistically, I believe I completed this job in, I think, maybe 20 minutes or so. Wow. And this video is like 12 minutes long, so I'm moving faster than what I look like. So just be careful. Now, after you do that, please put on your gloves, or if you don't, that's really up to you. But the reason why I put them on is because they have this substance on it, this lubricant that's real sticky, and it's a real pain in the butt to even try to remove right after. So there is something that you guys have to pay attention to. Now, you see the pink suspension rods right there, all right? So what you want to do is basically grab your pliers, pull upwards, and then start moving them where you can push down and then pull to the right, and then pull upwards where you can move that suspension rod out of the way and pull it out. Now right there where you saw me putting them two and two together, the reason why I'm doing that is because sometimes these suspension rods are not the same size. Trust me, just be sure that they are the same size, because if they are not, once you put everything back together, that spin basket is going to be pressing up against that tub ring, and it will not spin properly, and it will be making a loud grinding noise. I had to learn that the hard way because of a coworker. I'm not gonna name names, but I'm the one that fixed it. Anyways, after that, some of these suspension rods are color coded, meaning at the top of the head, if they don't have a pink or white head, just ignore it. If they're all the same color, just ignore what I'm about to say. But if you do see certain colors and certain spots, please try to put them in the same position. They are there for a reason. Okay, so after that, and these are real simple to take off. You know, the most difficult thing to do with these is really just finding a comfortable space, not breaking anything, not cutting yourself with any metal shapes or frames, and trying your best to complete the job properly. Now, again, if this is your washer, you would want to work in it in the same way where you don't break anything. I think the toughest one to be able to take out is that one right there, because the pressure hose is tangled around it. But it's just a matter of knowing how to maneuver yourself where you can pull it out. Well, first of all, you kind of have to do two different sort of motions. Lift it up with your pliers, kind of hold the tub or the spin basket with one hand, at the same time pulling it upwards, where it's not so heavy on one hand, and then pushing down that rod where it's out of its place, and then pulling it to the side where it actually comes out completely, and then just pulling it out. Putting it on is so much simpler. But anyways, yeah, it's these are very simple, very, very simple to take out. But you see how much room I have to pull on that top panel? I would not be able to do any of that if I did not do what I did in the back first, like disconnect some ground wires, unscrew the control board where it's actually being able to be moved around, wiggling around that pressure hose and that wire harness where it's giving myself more tugging room. Trust me, I would not be able to move this top panel with this much ease if I did not do that. So please do that. And on top of that, this particular washer did not have a certain connector on the left hand side. Well, sometimes it's on the left hand side or on the right hand side once you're in the back, but it's not visible. You kind of have to look for it. But the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because we replace these suspension rods sometimes a lot, and some of these washers don't look all the same from the back. So if you do encounter one and you are back there, always just make sure that there is no connector on that side, and if there is, just disconnect them. Sometimes it's only one, but sometimes it's two. Be sure you disconnect it, because the moment you try to lift up that panel or try to pull it towards you, you will snap that and it will start giving you an error message, and you will not know where to look for the problem. Trust me, I learned the hard way on this one, and I was in a very much tighter space than in this tiny room that I'm in. But anyways, after that, just start working backwards. Also, some of these screws that you take off, they are not all the same size and width. Now, it won't make a big difference a lot, where it's not going to be able to let you put it back together, but it's always good to put the screws in their original position, just so you don't pierce anything or something is not kind of fitting the way that it should. That's just, always keep that in mind with anything. But after, so many times doing this, it's just kind of like clockwork. Trust me, the very first time that I ever did one of these, I think I took about 45 minutes. And remember the time I told you that I actually kind of took on this one, and I'm already experienced doing this, like 20 minutes or so. So it does take some time. But anyways, so here, personally, I don't want to tell you this, but because it sounds a little bit bad, try your best to just retangle that pressure hose onto that suspension rod how it was. It won't do what it needs to do if it's not on there, but just always try your best to put everything back in the original position where it was before you started taking it apart. But sometimes when you got like 12, 13 calls running every single day, you kind of try to find your way where you can save yourself some time to be able to reach your other customers on time and within their time frames before they start chewing you when you arrive to their house because you didn't make it on time. But that's just, you know, a work story that I will share when the time comes. But anyways, after that is done, you will want to test it. And the best way to test these, most of these have a spin, an independent spin cycle. I believe it's either between 14 to 17 minutes long or something like that. I'm not telling you to stay for the whole thing, but at least stay between 8 to 10 minutes of them where it's actually kind of reaching top speed, and it's actually putting the new suspension rods through the works. So but yeah, anyways guys, just for these complicated ones, because I would consider this a complicated one because there is a lot of, you know, taking screws off, maneuvering things where you have enough room to work with. This is a difficult job to do, but if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. But like I always say, and I always stress this, please take your pictures. As soon as you start taking something apart, take a picture of it so you know where to start at. And trust me, when I started, I kept looking at my phone, where I put everything, how it was supposed to go. And to this day, I still kind of do that just to always have a point of reference where I can run back to, just as a safekeeping. But anyways, after you test this, just put it on a spin, and once it starts doing its thing, hey man, you're good to go. But like I've always said, guys, I really appreciate the little time that, you know, you guys give in watching these sort of videos, because I'm not getting paid whatsoever to do any of these videos. Technically I am, because I am actually working when I'm recording these videos, so I get my payday when payday comes. But when it comes down to actually getting paid for making the videos, nobody's paying me, not even a dime. I'm just trying to pass on my message and my knowledge, because I know where I was like 5-6 years ago when I first started in this industry, completely lost, and that feeling sucks. It sucks to be there, that you have no clue what you're doing. So if I can pass on a little bit of my knowledge to the next guy or the next girl, whoever it might be, hey, I'm all for it. I'm here to help. But please guys, just give me some sort of, you know, comments or suggestions on what you want to see next, and I will try my best to always deliver a different sort of repair. I know I have some that I've already repeated, but hey, those are the ones that are coming my way. But anyways guys, I really appreciate it. And sorry for that dog. It's my neighbors. I'm recording this outside, but I really appreciate the support. See you again, guys. Peace.